When a brand with over 5 decades of making some of the craziest, loudest, baddest and at times pointless cars says they have made their most powerful car ever, you would be expecting a low-slung, small, nimble, two-door car weighing close to a feather with loads of carbon fiber. But since the brand in question is AMG, it'd be pointless to expect anything sane and logical from them. We'll say hello to the Mercedes-AMG GT 63 SE Performance, the most powerful production AMG ever, and this is a hybrid. Now, being a hybrid, it comes with a massive V8 engine with turbocharging technology. It comes with a 9-speed gearbox, a Formula 1 technology derived lithium-ion battery pack, an electric motor, plus lots of cool electronic aids. But all of this, does it come together on the road to give you a great driving experience, or is it just too complicated? Well, that's what we'll find out over the course of this video. But AMG cars are usually all about loud sounds. This one though is different, so let's enjoy the silence. Chuck it. Can't bear this void of silence and fake sounds anymore. Let's go AMG style. Now, before we go ahead and talk about the driving, let me tell you the differences in terms of design. Up front, how is it different from the GT63S? Not much, same Pan-American grille, but the difference you'll see is in the lower part of the bumper, especially this area, and of course, there's a lot of carbon fiber. Differences on the side include the E-Performance badging and of course, these additional panels on the alloy wheels which aid aerodynamic efficiency. Not much of a difference on the back as well, but the key difference here is this charging port for charging the lithium-ion battery. But hey, before I go ahead and tell you more about this, if you've made it so far, you're liking the video, so please hit that subscribe button, press that little bell icon so that our future videos can reach you, and also like and share this video. Welcome to the cabin of the most powerful production AMG ever, and once you settle in, you'll realize, well, it is not very different from the GT63S or even other Mercedes cars when you look at the instrument panel or this entire screen section here, but it's a great cabin. The bits I really like include the carbon fiber finish in the dash. Looks well, gives the car a very nice sporty feel. Beyond that, I also like these bright yellow seat belts. The seats are fantastic in terms of support, so this is a car that is meant for outright performance, and when you're pushing it, you need seats that can keep you in your place, and these units do a splendid job of it. It's not one of those high performance car where you have to get into awkward positions to get in and out of the car, so on that front too, it's fairly practical. You have seating space for two at the back with good comfort, good amount of leg room, headroom, a good cushioned armrest. There's a touchscreen tablet behind as well to control a lot of functions. So overall, this is not a performance car that is just not practical. It is a performance car that you can have a blast with, at the same time use it as a daily driver. But at the end of the day, the main reason you will end up buying this car is for its brutal performance. And for that, you've got under the hood a 4-liter petrol turbocharged engine, twin turbocharged in fact, putting out 639 horsepower. And since this is a hybrid, it also comes with a battery pack, and electric motor, which puts out another 200 odd horsepower. Combined output from both is 840 plus horsepower, 1470 Newton meters of torque, channeling between the four wheels. So it definitely is a monster as far as power is concerned. But like I said, this is a hybrid, and in general when we hear the word hybrid, well, the idea is that the system has been added to the car to make it more fuel efficient. But since the engineers at AMG are not logical and they are a crazy bunch of guys, well, they have added the hybrid system not for increasing the efficiency but to increase the power. And as a result of that, this comes with technology straight from Formula 1 cars in terms of the battery pack. So the cells are immersed in a liquid all around, which helps the performance, helps the cooling. Beyond that, the way it transmits power to the wheels is also quite interesting. The power from the engine is sent to the back wheels. Of course, being a sports car, the bias is towards the rear. The motor sits at the back and again sends the power to the rear wheels. But in case the front wheels want more power, the power is channeled back to the front wheels. So yes, definitely a lot is going around in the car, but what matters is it able to put all of that power down onto the road in an efficient manner or not? I'll tell you what, when you drive this car, you realize that it does manage to come across as a brutally quick car. If you mash the throttle down, it accelerates with a ferocity that is hard to imagine and pins you back hard to the seat. So yes, in terms of power, does it feel like an 843 horsepower car? It definitely does. It makes sure you know there's more than 1400 Newton meters of torque lurking around. But what I found as a slight issue with this car is the fact that when you're pushing this really hard, a lot of times you can find a slight disconnect between the electric motor and the engine, because both of them are working together trying to give you the maximum power, and a lot of times, in fact most of the times, they do that in a very unified manner, but sometimes you can make out that disconnect. There's that slight lag from the electric motor or the engine to kick in, and that kind of just takes away the pure performance joy from driving this car. Since it's a hybrid, you can also drive it in pure electric mode without any sound. Well, not exactly, because this car has a lot of artificial sound coming in. So even when you're driving it in the electric mode, there's this weird fake exhaust sound coming all the time. That is kind of a bit of a bother for me, because if I'm driving it in electric mode, I want it to be perfectly silent. And I haven't been able to figure out a way to shut the fake noise coming in. But yeah, I mean, if you're someone who likes a bit of drama, likes a bit of sound, you also have buttons to adjust the sound. You can make it more powerful, you can make it more balanced. So yes, if you're someone who likes that bit, well, you're gonna enjoy it. But yeah, coming back to the interesting part, the sound. So I've got all of the thing done, all the stuff that I told about, I've got it done, and now let's just have fun. Drop the gear and disappear. It is a brutal. The sound, the acceleration, the way the gears change, and the way this car lunges forward with the traction control working overtime to keep all of that torque and power from going out of control. All of it happens in a brilliant manner, and you get a car that is just fantastically loud. It is music to the ears, and it is brilliant fun to drive. As far as performance in EV mode goes, well, it's not a big battery. It's a 6.1 kilowatt hour battery, so that's roughly about the size of 2 electric scooters, to give you a perspective. So it's not something that will get you from probably your home to office on a single charge. No, it'll get you about 12 to 15 kilometers in one go. Even the gearbox works brilliantly with the car. The gear shifts are quick, up, down, no hesitation from the gearbox. It works like a charm, and like I said earlier, the only hesitation you get to see at some point of time is the lag between the engine and the electric motor. But beyond that, even the grip from the tires, the overall chassis stability, it is phenomenal. For a car that weighs almost 2.4 tons, this car just goes around corners in a manner that you will not be able to imagine. But that's not all the cool stuff on the car. If you want to take this on a racetrack, well, it is very well capable of going out on a racetrack. And like I said, it's got great handling, loads of power. And if you want more downforce on a track that is long straights, something like a Buddh International Circuit, you also have a button using which you can just retract or deploy the rear spoiler. So that should give you more effective downforce on the straights. So yes, really cool in that terms. And when you want to shed all of that massive buildup of power, you've got these brilliant ceramic brakes that give you very good stopping power and bring this heavy car to a quick and reassuring stop with a good amount of feedback from the pedals. So does the AMG 63 SE performance make sense over the GT363S or any other such supercar? Well, I think it definitely warrants your attention. It is blindingly fast. It is great fun to drive. It is comfortable. You can use it as a daily drive. It also has the option of being driven purely on electric mode only for short distances. So gives you a lot in terms of driving experience, has all the features, the luxury you want, and costs a bomb at 3.3 crore rupees ex-showroom for the base model. But at the end of the day, is it worth that money? Well, the first thing is that these supercar hypercars are not about being worth the money, they're about the experience. In terms of experience, the GT63 SE performance delivers an unmatched experience. Add to it the fact that it'll make you look good wherever you turn up. So add those brownie points and you get a car that is really, really desirable.